Welcome to my first video, everybody. And the first question I would like to put out there is, why wigs? Why not hairpieces, extensions, some kind of topper or some kind of a fringe or bang that you clip into your hair? There are so many different options. And also, in addition, when did I get the idea about wigs? How did it start to infiltrate my mind and come into my consciousness? And I'm not altogether sure as to when it started to happen. But I do know that it captured my imagination. It captured my imagination in a way that solved some problems for me. My hair basically didn't want to cooperate in any fashion whatsoever. It basically had become frizzy. So as I'm approaching the age of 50, it takes me forever and a day to actually get ready to either leave the house during the day or in the evening. It's even more of a challenge. And you know, I've got some grey hair here, so these are actually the roots there. And it takes me a long time touching those up or preparing myself to actually dye my hair, etc. So it was becoming not part of me because it never changed. I would experiment with makeup, I would experiment with fashions, but my hair was always this frizzy, fine, rather patchy, kind of very thin hair that didn't really match up to how I was feeling at the time. So the opportunity of starting to wear wigs became more and more attractive the more I thought about it. And the more I started to research it on YouTube, I started to really see the potential that some women were exploiting. You know, trying different cuts, different colours, different styles. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to commit. I'm going to look online. I'm going to see what all the different styles are. And I thought, well, you know, my hair is kind of this length, and you'll have an opportunity to look at my bio hair in due course. I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy hair that looks like my hair on a really good day about 15 years ago. And so I looked for similar length hair as to what I had, a very similar colour, 8H14 I believe, Jon Renau. And it has some highlight to add some depth and some interest, so that when I actually put it on, it's not going to be such a huge shock. And so the day came when I was notified by the post office that my parcel was awaiting delivery. I was incredibly excited. And you know, I had really high expectations as well of what this wig was going to look like and what it was going to do to me. I had chosen, in fact, Jon Renau Mila, which I'm going to review fully. I put it on my head in my bedroom and I thought, oh, good heavens, what on earth have I done? I don't know what they've done to this wig, but they have made it so top heavy. There's just too much hair. It doesn't look anything like me. I've made a terrible mistake and I've wasted all this money, and now I've got a wig that I'm never going to have the guts to wear. And by the way, what on earth am I going to tell my husband? How on earth am I going to say to him, you know, I've been thinking about wearing wigs? It was such a difficult conversation to have. And of course, we're all dealing with the stigma of wig wearing, because there are so many reasons as to why people wear wigs. It could be alopecia. They could be having treatment for cancer, which has caused their hair to fall out. The alopecia could be total or partial or patchy or anything. It could be just, I think it's called androgenic female pattern baldness. It could be just causing, parts of your hair to start thinning. And there's always so much shame, self-judgment, and a desire to hide yourself away when you're facing this sort of problem. I wasn't prepared to give up the joy, excitement, and creativity of wig wearing because I couldn't get past how I was going to introduce myself as a wig wearer to my life. And I think I succeeded in doing that. If anybody said to me, why on earth are you wearing that wig? I would never think to say, because I suffer with really fine hair and I feel embarrassed about it, and therefore I am hiding it with this wig. Because actually that's not why I'm wearing this wig. If they were to ask me, why are you wearing that wig? I would say because it completely meets my need to creatively reinvent myself at will, depending on where I was going and what I was doing. I'm trying to explain that I'm not wearing a wig to hide away. I'm actually wearing a wig to be seen more, to enjoy myself more. And I certainly am not intending to keep wig wearing secret. It's not something that I intend to go forth and advertise on a banner as I walk down the street, because, after some very careful thought and investigation, I really don't think people can actually tell you're wearing a wig. If they just see you, they just assume that you've been to the hairdresser. And I've actually spoken to people who I've known for years, and even they said, if we saw you, or if I saw you, I'd think, oh wow, Karima's been to the hairdresser, and the hairdresser's done a really good job on making her hair look so much thicker and in such better condition, and what a lovely dye job they've done. They would never assume, oh gosh, Karina's wearing a wig, I wonder why she's doing that. So my mission is to encourage you to be more fearless and to join me on this journey of self-discovery. Now, the funny thing is that it is rather a virtuous circle, because when you look the way you want to look, it kind of makes you look at the rest of yourself with a little bit more of a critical eye. Suddenly, wearing certain styles becomes more attractive because you've got the hair to suit the outfit, and you can wear colours that you wouldn't ordinarily wear, because if those colours are set off better with dark hair, you can do that. And if the outfit calls for sort of moody auburn, perhaps in the autumn, you certainly can play with that. And so it really makes you think about the rest of your wardrobe, and it makes you think about choosing things that you never ordinarily would have gone along with. So that's a real big plus. It's a real big positive for someone who loves to play around and experiment and express themselves in all their guises. I love that. I love the thought of going out with my husband for meals or to a party. We've got birthday parties coming up. We've got Valentine's Day coming up. And really thinking, okay, how do I really feel tonight? What look do I really want to go for tonight? And it makes you think more about your body, your shape. And it feeds beautifully into all sorts of areas of your life, which I would like to explore. And that's really the reason why I call this channel Life and Hair, because it's not just hair as in wig reviews, although the wigs do get a really good workout and very, very thorough reviews. This is about all aspects of my life. I've been to town in her during the day. on a sunny day and an overcast day. I've been to the travel agent where I've been sitting across the table from somebody to talk about my holiday. They never looked at me in a strange way. I've bumped into an old acquaintance who's seen me several times with my, ponytail, and he just looked at me. I could see he was thinking something, but it wasn't thinking, I think she's got a wig on. That certainly wasn't it. And anyway, he probably would have said something. What else have I done in this wig? I've gone out to dinner with my daughters wearing it. Interviewed my friend wearing it. So I do hope you'll enjoy the next few clips and understand a little more about life in wigs and the joys of wig wearing.